Now that ASM Azure Privileged Identities rules have been configured, we can now take a look at the violations. The very first column you'll see is the identity, which tells you the actual user or the group specified, and what kind of identity type it is, if it's a user or a group. The identity type determines whether or not this is a user or a group. The scope is the name of your ASM rule. You can identify which ASM rule is currently visible and which you can turn off. The identity status is enabled, which indicates that this particular user is enabled within the Azure scope. And if this user also contributes to Azure multi-factor authentication. Next one is user type is going to be member. And finally, the AD user status allows you to understand if this particular user account exists in both internal AD and as well as Azure AD. If the Azure AD is completely separate from your internal AD, then you will see a not found. If it is found, that indicates that they have the same account coincides with both domains. As we expand the user column, we can see what domain this particular user is from. And if it matches the same domain, you will see the word enabled.